Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With Kirk, dog. Happy Sunday to everyone. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, dog. I'm Who You With Kirk, dog. Want to welcome y'all to the show tonight. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving weekend. I did. I definitely did. Also, man, it's cold in Texas, and it's supposed to get colder tonight. It's supposed to be down to freezing tonight. A freeze warning came out, which is not a shocker. It may be 80 degrees on Tuesday. So definitely be safe out there. Tonight we're gonna talk about Wisconsin recount. We're also going to talk about the Black Friday shooting that happened in Sacramento, California. Two young brothers lost their life once again to senseless killing. Then also, every year we hear about it, but houses getting burnt down because people, for whatever reason, they try to fry their own turkeys and don't do it right. So we're going to talk about that. T-Cal is in the house. Welcome, T-Cal, to the show. Faithful listener, happy Sunday to you. You can live chat with us in the chat room, regardless of which platform you own. But if you own Twitter, unfortunately, Twitter, you won't be able to chat live with us in the room. But all other platforms, you can definitely do it. And we can definitely put your chat up on the stream if it's appropriate. So let's talk about, well, first of all, before we get into the news, did y'all see that charity event last night? The boxing, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. I think, I don't know, end up being a draw, which I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm glad I didn't pay for it. But I did watch the fight, but it was okay. And that's all I can say. It was okay. Looked like they were just sparring for what was coming in the future. So how do y'all feel about that? And then what's the guy named Nate Robinson we got the great White Hope back and knocked him out in the first minute after talking all that noise. And from my understanding, the guy that knocked him out is a internet entertainer. He have a lot of followers, and he put his money where his mouth was. Knocked him out in the first minute. But do Nate Robertson? I don't know if he prepared for it. It was his first fight, and he got knocked out. And
kind of make you wonder: do he lose his card, or and the brother? It take a lot to get up in the ring, do all that training, and to be able to get in there. But that's a man, that's a hard pill to swallow. You get out in the knocked out in the first minute. That's I didn't see that part of the fight, but I've seen the videos. The internet never loses. So, but let me know how y'all feel about that. And as for Wisconsin, I'm gonna order a welfare check on our current president, because after he paid all that money, I think it was something like 7 million or something for Wisconsin to do a recount. Uh, G Money Man, listening on Periscope. Welcome to the show. Um, are you saying yep on the welfare check or that Spartan match last night, that charity event? Um, Either way, it that match really did not. It was okay. It was good to see them in the ring again. Uh, oh, you talking about my story? Exactly. Yeah, we need to do a welfare check on Trump. For the simple fact, um, after he paid that money, I think it was like 7 million to to have a recount done, and it actually added more votes to Biden, 87 more votes. So they declared Wisconsin as Biden win, which they should have. He's spending all this money to recount the votes, which is crazy to me. Why are you spending all this money? I'm telling y'all, he's going to use this money for a tax write-off and for his campaign, whatever he's going to do. But somebody who don't pay taxes, that's probably the reason why. He know he don't have a chance of winning, but he want to continue to pay that money to to prove a point. At this point, it's not going to change. Every lawsuit you have filed, have been thrown out. Every state that had recounted, you still lost. And now on this one, it's basically come down to the fact that um, Biden had more votes than what they said. I guess he said, I don't know. I haven't looked at Twitter in a couple of days. I guess he'll be talking about, oh, that's fake news. Um, I feel like it's a fundraising scam too. Because if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I read it when that thug we have up here in Texas, uh, Dan Patrick, no, Ken Paston. Um, no, it was Dan Patrick that put out the $1 million reward to anybody who can prove fraud, and he was taking that money from his campaign funds, which I feel like that's totally illegal to do that. But I think this is one of those things that Trump is doing because the campaign fund, they not supposed to keep it for themselves. They actually supposed to donate it once they get out of office or whatever. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe he's trying to clear out all the funds for you don't have to give it up. I don't know. But either way, somebody need to go check on him. They need to go check on him just to make sure he's okay. I seen something about he did a interview earlier the first time in 5 weeks. I haven't seen the interview, but either way, it's it's really crazy. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. Welcome to the show. Regardless of which platform you're on, please do us a favor. Like, share, tell a friend. give hearts. Also, special on Periscope, G Money Man. Definitely click the heart. If you just click on the video itself, it will start to give us hearts. So definitely do that. And we are working on some big things for 2021, and we need all the support we can. So, um, which one was a bunch of lies? I'm not sure about which one you said. What you're talking about, it was a bunch of lies. Um, so help us out on that one. But definitely, um, I appreciate it. Gee, money is up in the house, showing out. Hey, keep it up. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, we need to check up on Trump because he's actually um may not be doing too good. And let me correct this because I don't want messages later on um from um from some of his followers. It was 3 million. It wasn't 7 million he spent for Wisconsin recount. It was 3 million. So that's um that's gonna be interesting. But I think he would have been better spending that 7 million on therapy. With all the recounts he done, it's no telling how much it add up to. And then from my understanding, they're still trying to get support from his supporters to provide money for the recounts, which at this point, is that a smart call? I wouldn't do it. You on your way out the door. Why I want to give you some money? That don't make sense. Knowing him, he probably saying he's paying staff or paying campaign office fees, and he own it. Uh, so either way, it's just not a good call. Matter of fact, I seen a reporter, I think on Fox, who last week he's a Trump supporter, and I can't recall his name, but he said, um, with all the recounts going on and they have declared Biden as the elect president elect, and they um, sent him a letter asking for more money, and they were like, no, he want $45 per donor. Knowing him, he probably said 4,500. I don't know, but I'm sure it was 45 somewhere. But um, I wouldn't do it. I would not support him because I need to know where my money going. First of all, I don't support him no way. So he would never have to ask me to send anything in. Um, exactly. That tells you what type of leader we have. Um, even COVID is way out of control, and he's only focused on overturning the election. He's not talking about trying to come up with a cure. Every once in a while, he give an interview. Oh yeah, this, that, whatever. But still, what about what's going on now? Because COVID is it's a madhouse. Um, it's really crazy right now because our numbers in the US is uh in Texas is 1.24 million um with 21,847 deaths. That's just Texas alone. In the US, 13.4 million cases, 266,000 deaths. And worldwide is 62.6 million, 1.46 million deaths. So it's Trump don't care about none of us. He don't. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people voted for in the last election. And that's why it's so important that we get out and vote. We get out and vote to make sure our voice is being heard, and that's all to it. Trying to make sure. Uh, oh, we got some more people come in. Uh, not at all. Uh, oh, said conservative. We need your help. Please donate to Trump today. We need another 3 million so we can use your money to pay black people to count votes in Wisconsin, so they can tell you he lost again. Welcome to the show, poorly educated Trump supporter. Welcome to the show. Definitely like, share, click the notification for you could get whenever we come on, and tell your friends about us. Everybody is welcome on the show, regardless of who you support or who you don't support. This is a platform for everybody. Your voice can and will be heard on this show as long as you are speaking truthfully and no conspiracy. You will be heard. Um, so it's definitely uh, and please come back, because I know this is my first time seeing you on here. So definitely come back. Continue to come back. We're on Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, and we could talk about anything, regardless. Um, if it's a story that we're talking about tonight, you could chime in. If it's something you want us to look into, we can put that in the mix also. So definitely keep coming back and let your voice be heard. Um, Trump will end up like him. Exactly. Um, he will be visited by three ghosts. Yeah, it, I don't trust Trump. It's no secret. I don't. Never have, never will, and that's all to it. A lot of people, they would say and do anything to try to prove a point and try to make Trump look like an angel. But even the devil was an angel. But once again, Trump is no angel, nothing, not a positive angel. Um, so definitely, um, we're gonna have to pay attention to this, because I think he's gonna fight it all the way until the end, all the way to the end. T. Cal said it's a shame, and I can't believe his followers can't see this. Can't anybody make this up? Exactly. Uh, T. Cal, the ghosts won't even waste their time. Yeah, you're right about that. They probably like, no, that's Trump. Now they probably saying that's Donna again. Let's keep moving. Don't look at him. Maybe he won't see us, even though we are ghosts. So radio said you can't trust Trump, but you can trust Trump to be Trump. That's a that's a strong point right there. You could definitely trust Trump to be Trump. Um, because he's gonna do what he want to do, regardless if it's right or wrong. He's gonna do it. And trying to see. Okay, I guess we back on. I guess Facebook has some issues or something. It actually knocked us off Facebook, but it appears that we are back on Facebook. Um, yeah. So that's Trump. That's Trump being Trump. He hate to lose. Uh, uh, hate to lose, and never would admit that he lost. Well, hey, that's your choice. That's your choice. He said, I love Trump. He gave me an extra $45 a month with his tax cut. Thank you, Imperial Trump. That's your choice. Uh, uh, oh, we got him coming in tonight. Um, I don't know. Obama, hold on. Let me do that right. President Obama, he got 69 million votes because he's well educated, a great speaker, and w- people ready for a change. The reason why President Obama got so many votes for the simple fact that um, it wasn't just the black community; it was all community that loved him, except for the racist ones. So now, how Biden got 81 million because of Trump, because of Trump. People tired of Trump. People have lost too many things during the 4 years he been in office. People tired of listening to a racist person, tired of listening to a liar. Um, so it's definitely one of those situations where people said, you know what, enough is enough, because so many people that voted for Trump the first time, they jumped off that wagon because that first election, it was one of those things. Oh, we got a reality star. He's a businessman. He's going to make America great again. But great for who? Because the thing is, as a black man, America never been great to me, to the black community, all the way back to slavery. So people got tired of that, and people voted in this past election. They voted for the person that was most likely to beat Trump, and that was Biden and Harris team. So that's um, that's pretty much the reason why it he got so many votes, for the simple fact that people tired of him. People have lost too many family members, loved ones, friends, lost their job, lost their homes. Um, People tired. They tired. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith, faithful listener. Um, Thank you for always tuning in. As always, you're welcome. Please like, share, tell a friend. G Money Man said, I like the fact you have a Trump supporter on your show. America is large enough for everyone. Yes, because at the end of the day, when we remove who we support, once we remove our race, we're all a child of God, regardless if we accept him or not. We all are. And also, we human beings. So that's why I say this platform is for everybody. I don't care who you support. Uh, you can, we're not going to agree on everything, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I may not agree with everything you say. You probably won't agree with everything I say. Even if we support the same people, we may not always agree. That give us the opportunity to have a dialogue, to discuss things. So that's the reason why I have this platform, to be able to have an open dialogue and an honest dialogue with people. That's why we don't talk about fake news or fake stories. We have an open dialogue, and it must be truthful. Any story I talk about, you can always verify it. You can pull it up online and verify it. We will not make up stuff on these store on this platform. I watch a lot of different platforms, and a lot of people actually make up a lot of stuff. And I'm like, no way that's possible. So I'm like this. If I get likes, fine. If I don't, I'm still happy. And I prefer to get likes. I prefer to get sponsors. But hey, it will come in due time. As long as I'm being honest with people, it will happen. Um, Poor educated Trump supporter said Biden got 81 million votes due to that. Okay, that, that's your opinion. Proof, show me where it been fraud in, because like we started the show out, um, Wisconsin, Trump actually, Biden actually ended up getting 87 more votes than what he had before. So show me where the fraud is, because there's no fraud. Show the only ones that think it's fraud are the people that would try to steal something. You win, you lose. That's all to it. Okay, let's use this for an example. Um, I'm sure most of you have seen the video of unfortunately Nate Robinson got knocked out last night. If he get up and say he won that match, we're gonna say that's BS because you was out there asleep for a good while. So the thing is, that's what Trump is doing. Trump got lost. He lost the election. People let their voice be heard, and they said no, it won't happen. So now I don't agree with you on that poor educated Trump supporter. I don't. But matter of fact, it was a story that came out where somebody said this guy was dead and voted for Biden, and the guy like, hey, I'm right here. I might be 82 years old, but this is me. I'm still alive and well. So, um, so the thing is, show me the proof where it's fraud. And after all these lawsuits, no proof have come out. Matter of fact, it was an attorney. I forgot her name, but I think she's in Atlanta. She talked about all this proof she have. Now Fox News went to her and said, "Hey, if you got this proof, show it to us, and we will give you." First, they said the whole hour. Then they said, "Better yet, we'll give you the whole week to talk about it." Next thing this attorney said was, um, "Stop contacting me." Where's the proof? You're talking about you have all this proof, but you don't show anything. Like Trump say, it's a lot of proof of this, it's a lot of proof of that. That's the same thing he did when it happened with President Obama about the birth certificate. He talking about he had people going to Hawaii investigating it, and I have a lot of proof about this and a lot of proof about that, but he never showed that proof. So stop turning the blind eye to reality. The reality in this mess is he lost. He lost fair and square. Get over it. That's all to it. Get over it. Let's move on. Because if we keep hollering, the election was a fraud, we can never grow. All these people talking about make America great again. Only way America is going to be great unless we all come together. We all have to come together and work together, regardless of your religious, your backgrounds, your sexuality, or whatever. We need to come together as American and work together. And that's all to it. Um, Marcelo said he's still in denial. He actually think he won. Yeah, he think he did, but unfortunately, he didn't. I couldn't remember what Reagan's slogan was. I will pull it up in just a minute, but that's interesting. Now Reagan, and I was going to mention Reagan a while ago because Reagan used to be a movie star in Hollywood. If Trump would have came in and pretended like he had some sense, he probably could have got reelected again. But Trump came in acting a fool, denying everything. He has such a hard on for President Obama. He came in office wanted to change everything he did. If he would have left it the same, Trump probably would have got reelected again. But people don't want to hear about that part. They don't want to think about that part. Only thing they want to do is repeat, oh, the election is a fraud. This man said several months back he felt like he was going to lose the election. This man also have said he lost the election due to his tweets. So I'm like, come on now. Um, it's definitely that's on him. Um, that was on Trump, nobody else. It was strictly on Trump. Trump lost this election because of himself, because he did not pay attention to what was going on. He did not want to um he did not want to come in and feel like he was following what President Obama set up for him. So that's his fault. Yeah, G Money Man, you are right. Um, Reagan did run that same slogan, "Make America Great Again," uh, which is crazy. So yeah, you are right. That's why I like. That's why I like people that comes on the show. They take time, they research. I can pull it up, and it's none of this conspiracy theory. And once I pull it up, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I just pulled it up. He did run that. Radio said, okay, so Trump lose the popular vote twice, drew up a pandemic, get impeached, and is under investigation for campaign fraud. But some people can't understand how he got voted out. It's pitiful. Some people don't want to understand it. That's how you put that. They don't want to understand it. Only thing they care about, Trump lost. Trump said it's a fraud, so they're gonna say and do everything he say when it's right there in front of them. Matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to click on the article, but this guy that supported Trump, he said he was a fool because he didn't research anything. He said that was his biggest mistake. He didn't research nothing. He believed everything that man said. Um, T Cal said, no, it's too many jumped off to get that many votes. Exactly. That's all it was. A lot of Trump supporters the first time, they said no. Kind of like those ads that Biden team was running that was saying they was Republican, but they wasn't voting for Trump. They not going to support him. They was supporting Biden. That's how he lost because he pissed off a lot of folks. He pissed off a lot of folks. You are listening to Speaking with Who You With, Kurt Dog. I'm him, Who You With, Kurt Dog. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, Twitch, um, and Twitter. You can live chat with us except for on Twitter. On Twitter, uh, you can leave a message. I will respond back. So definitely chime in, or you could come over to one of the other platforms and live chat with us on those platforms, and we will read your comments on the air, show them on the air, as long as it's not a conspiracy theory. So definitely like, share, tell a friend, retweet it. If you on Twitter, retweet it, and definitely join in. Um, Marcella said, I'll be telling everybody about your show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't care who they are, who they support. Uh, Everybody is welcome. This is a platform for the people. So, so I definitely love the support. I appreciate it. Uh, okay. A poorly educated Trump supporter said, my grandmother has been dead for 49 years and received the mail in ballot. If she did, you should have contacted the election department and turned it in to them. Because if you turn it in or send it back and say deceased on it, nobody can vote for that particular person. And if she been dead for 49 years, her voter registration card should have been expired long time ago. So I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. You may be right, you may not be right. I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't didn't put it out there. But hey, okay, that's what you say. Chris Tutter, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you on in a while. Haven't seen you on in a good minute. We still need to get together. Nate Robinson fight proved how difficult the sport of boxing is. It's completely different for the simple fact they unable to train how they normally train due to the pandemic. And we're seeing this not just in boxing, but we're seeing this in every sports. We have teams that are coming up that are doing great things this year, but unfortunately, uh, boxing is one of those sports that is really uh, physical. You can't go in there having been in the gym training properly because you're gonna be out of breath a little bit. And I seen that in Tyson and Roy Jones a little bit when they sat down in that corner. They was like, I thought it was me in the corner trying to catch my breath, but they they it take a lot for them for their age to get back into the ring. Now I'm gonna tell you this: I seen Sugar Ray Leonard, and he did a little video. Those hands are still quick, so Sugar Ray, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him come out of. I don't know if he would do it, but he looked like he could still hit a good punch. That's my opinion on that one. Um, Marcella said, a lot of laugh. I swear, if Hillary did this 4 years ago, y'all would say it wasn't fraud. You right about that. Nick Mitchell, what's going on, man? How was your Thanksgiving? Um, you must have seen that video I posted earlier. Trump is gone, Trump is gone, in my singing voice. I posted a video that nephew Tommy and some guys did, called herself golly, what was it? The quartets or something. Trump is gone, the quartet. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It will have you cracking up. It's funny. Um, G Money Man said in DC, when a person dies, the board of election is notified. Yes, seem like it should be notified anyway, because if they have to do a death certificate, regardless of who it is, and it have to go to all parts to let people know that, especially our states and also the governor, to let them know that, hey, this person is no longer here. Because if you say, for instance, if that person was getting Social Security or some type of benefits from the government, what happened is, if they die at the first of the month, guess what? They getting that money back. Or if they die in the middle of the month, they're gonna prorate that money, and they're gonna get it back. So yeah, so that's it. Have to go to every part. Marcella said is to get people who selling to his every word to believe is fraud, so they could go out and protest against a false narrative. Yeah, it is. Now, I think a lot of them may be kind of paranoid, because I said this before, how they did in I believe it was uh Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, when they rushed into the government building, to the state capitol, demanding that they open the state back up. But guess what? Trump was okay with them doing that, and nothing happened. But with new leaders coming in, that's not going to go down like that. It's going to be consequences to those things. So, okay. You say so. Poor educated Trump support. See, that's this is the time when your comment don't make the string. So if you say you saw that, what did you do about it? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up there. I want to know, what did you do about it? If you saw that, what did you do? How do you know it was Trump ballots that he threw into a river and chicken coop? Were you the person that did it? If not, how did you know it was Trump ballots? It could have been Biden ballots. So I'm just curious, what did you do about it? Because if you stand back and watch this as it happened and did nothing, you just as guilty as that person. So I would like to know, what exactly did you do about it? So put it in the chat. We'll put your response up. Um, so I'm just kind of curious. Um, G-Man said the Republicans are using old and I mean very old playbooks. Exactly. Oh, oh. He said he was wearing a Biden hat, and I called the local authority. They said I was crazy. I'm not gonna say I agree with him, but at the same time, did you take pictures of this guy? I'm just asking. While he was doing it, did you take pictures to prove the theory of what was going on? I'm just asking. Because, like I say all the time, what is wrong is wrong. You need to be held accountable for it if you're wrong. So I'm just kind of curious about it. But hey, if he did it, he need to be held accountable. But I wasn't there. I didn't see it. So I don't know. The only thing I could do is take your word for it. Radio said I wouldn't throw ballots in a chicken coop. I'll burn them, get rid of the evidence. Okay. Why leave the evidence? I'm just asking, because the only thing the chicken's gonna do on it is take a dump on it, and they're gonna walk around on it saying, "Look, my feet not getting dirty." um, these are not your Reagan, Ford, and Bush Republican. They off the hook. Yeah, they are. They are, and not only them. When they talk about doing all these threats and stuff, well, different breed. This ain't what they want. Um, so it's definitely uh, yeah, they are a different Republican. It's completely different. And Trump gave them that encouragement to stand up and say and believe anything he tell them to. Um, Mike hit extremely hard. Yeah, I did see one time where he hit him. Matter of fact, after the fight, when they was getting ready to head back, when they announced it was a draw, I really think Roy Jones was hurt because the way he was holding his hand, he didn't really want to move him too much. Either he had a broke rib or it was bruised real bad, or one of his hands could have been damaged or something. Because he just stood there like, yeah. Then he pretend like he was upset, talking about, we undid all this training. It don't need to be a draw. We need to get back into it. That's why I said I think it was just a charity thing, and hopefully they use that money for the right thing. Um, Marcella said, "I did it." Oh, you that baby pappy? I mean, you threw those ballots away. Uh, okay, I said that. He said he was wearing a Biden hat. Yeah, that's just like Trump said it was a van outside the counting place that had a Biden and Harris vote, and he said it was actually Biden and Harris that showed up where they was counting votes at, and they allegedly put more ballots in the votes. So, but you expect for us to believe what you're telling us about someone throwing ballots in the river in a chicken coop? Okay. Uh, I don't know. Was it your chicken coop they threw it in, or who chicken coop was it? Uh, oh, he didn't have his phone on him. Uh, fact or fiction? Fact. See, I'm starting to think you gonna set up another fake account because you show sound like some of our favorite listeners with some of these uh, theories that you're throwing up. once again, you're saying a lot of things, but ain't nobody believing what you're saying. So I don't know about that. I'm gonna say that's fiction. I don't believe that, and that's all to it. You say you saw individual wearing a Biden sweatshirt, socks, and a backpack carrying out thousands of ballots. How do you know they were ballots? Did you go up and look inside the box, or what were the ballots inside the backpack? Uh, I'm just kind of curious. Um, how did you know it was ballots? And then on top of that, how did you see the man's socks? And where were this at? Where you seen it at? What state was it in? Let us know that. What state was it in? So definitely let us know that, because inquiry mind want to know. Radio said, "Could you imagine being Michael Spinks when his manager told him Tyson was so upset he was punching holes in the walls just before that fight in the 1980?" Yeah, I think I would have said, "You know what? I'm good. I'm good." I remember back in the days and Tyson prime days. Tyson said um, he would pay anybody, I think, $1 million to spar with him. $1 million to spar with him. And me and some friends at the time, we laugh about it, and we laugh about it. We were like, for $1 million, yeah, I'll take a whooping for 1 million. Uh, it would have been a one hit wonder. He hit me, well, a two hit. He hit me, I hit the floor. Be like, I'm done, but can I get that check? So yeah, that's yeah, that would have scared the mess out of me when Michael Spink's manager told him that. I would have said, you know what, I'm done. Wearing a Biden sweatshirt while committing voter fraud sound like you're trolling. Exactly. Uh, yeah. Oh Lord, he just making a entertainment night tonight. I'm sure he's probably sitting up laughing so hard. That's why it's taking him a long time to respond, because he laughing as he typing, saying this was in Arizona. He dropped the beans and the ballot spilled out. Mega McDonough and golf again. Okay. Yeah, Trump do love him some McDonald's, and he love golfing. And matter of fact, I think he been on the golf course quite a bit since he lost the election. So uh, yeah, I'm quite sure Trump is very concerned about what's going on. And you telling me, so you expect for me to believe that with everything, somebody drop a bin and the ballot spilled out, and you was the only person around, and I would assume you was the only person that seen the guy throwing him in the river and also in the chicken coop. Um, I guess you was the only person that actually seen him. So you show getting around, and a lot of things happening when you by yourself. That kind of sound almost like um, if I tell them this, they will believe it. So it's a voter fraud. That sounds like a voter fraud title that Trump have said. Uh, so if it's not a lot of people in your area, did you say how many votes it was? Uh, it got to be quite a bit, because you said they threw 200 of Trump ballots in the river. So your story not adding up. Seem like the more you talk about it, the more it start falling apart. I'm just saying. Uh, Exactly. That's why I asked earlier if he had his phone, but he said he didn't have his phone with him. But it seemed like you need to get a body cam or something for whenever you see something, people will start believing you. And then on top of that, you said that the police said you was crazy. Probably because you and all the other Trump supporters in that area probably been calling in, reporting bogus stuff, and they like, hey, we done had this call before and it's not true. So, of course, and a picture said it's worth 1,000 words. If if it's true, put it on. Hey, take a picture. Do what you got to do. But oh well. What are you gonna? Oh, he would love to get on the case because that's another check for him. That's where Trump campaign money going to. He paying him a fee, have him charge him more, and while he's charging him more, he's paying him out of the campaign fund. And once Trump get out of office, just so happen Giuliani gonna have to give him a refund. Ooh, that was good. Water does your body good. Um, Dang, we gotta have that proof, my guy. Hey, I feel you. Proof is always the key. Lord have mercy. Just like Trump do. But if you're gonna make a claim like that, send the proof where we all can see it. We cannot see inside your mind because going by with what you're saying, I'm gonna say you probably have some Tweety birds floating around on the inside. I don't know. So you just can't have it inside your mind. You need to bring it out. Show everybody the proof, not just in your mind. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. um, hey, more power to you. Hey, I'm glad to know that you're on the case and you're keeping an eye on things. But when the thing come out, because at this point, uh, because when the thing come out, at the end of the day, come January 20th, Trump ain't got to go home. He just got to get the hell up out the White House. That's all to him by any means necessary. So, uh, yeah, I could say several people I had in my mind, but uh, yeah, Marcella said, "Lot of laugh, Beyonce touched me, and I had proof in my mind." Yeah, exactly. So that's hmm, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one on that one, Marcella. Uh, well, because of Halloween, the Halloween sales wasn't that good this year, so they got everything marked down to 99.9% off. um, you the fool. He said I've been working 18 hours a day on fighting the voter fraud for Trump, all for free too. So what have you came up with? What evidence have you come up with? Um, you've been working for 18 hours a day and you still think it's voter fraud? Trump will put a ban on chicken coops soon. What the hell? Hold on. Somebody got a secret camera in here or something? Because I know I'm being punk right about now. This gotta be funny. Um, I don't know if my wife have a prank going on. I'm trying to make sure she didn't put no secret cameras up in here and she not trolling me talking about Trump gonna ban gonna ban on put a ban on chicken coop soon. Well, let me cut across the field for you, poor educated Trump supporter. It's nowhere in hell he could put a ban on chicken coop because if he do that, that mean all the chicken companies around. Um, it's gonna affect a lot of farmers. Basically because they need those farmers to have those chicken coops. They pay a lot of money to have people to build chicken coops for people because they have the land for it. So if they do that, it will be a very big shortage on chickens. So that's not gonna happen. Uh, um, Radio said 18 hours a day, you should be wearing a cape. Yeah, exactly. Because we're going to start calling you the super poorly educated Trump supporter man. Um, so that's your new name. Definitely change it on YouTube for we can remember when you come by. Uh, hmm, I live in a country I never seen a chicken coop. G-Man, so he will have to move out of that coop. He has to fly the chicken coop. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm getting punk right about now. Um, yeah, I guess he will. You can't be going fishing no more. All the rivers, lakes, and ponds are gone. So, hey, but you know what though? On a serious note, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump don't try to do that because that's the type of person Trump is. I could see him actually trying to sign that into law saying, "Oh, we need to ban the chicken coops. They use that for voter fraud. We need to ban the rivers, the lakes. Um, we need to ban that too. Matter of fact, we're gonna dry up the ocean." Yeah, no swimming or fishing or selling. Yeah, I can see that happening. Woo! I'm telling you, that water is good. Water does your body good, and because um, y'all are having me laugh so much, now I definitely need that extra water because some of this stuff you cannot make up, and I cannot make this up at all. I definitely need the laughter. I appreciate the laughter because it removed the stress that you may be going through, and I enjoy every bit of it. So, so that's the news out of Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin found 87 more votes for Trump. I mean, for Biden, because I don't want them to start saying it was for Trump. Uh, so I'm like, hey, I don't know. Radio said, I noticed Trump won't leave the White House. He usually go down to Florida during the holidays. They need to keep an eye on him and make sure he ain't doing nothing fishy. Any phone call he on, they need to pay attention. Anything he signed, they need to go through it with a fine tooth comb, just to make sure, um, just to make sure he's okay. So he said Trump sent me a letter thanking me for working hard the voting fraud. I told him about the chick coop incident, and he said it is a top priority. Oh, so y'all, wait a minute, whoa. Let me break this comment down a little bit. So he said, and correct me if I'm wrong. He said Trump sent him a letter thanking him for working hard the voting fraud. And he also said, I told him about the chick coop incident. And he said it is a top priority. So after he sent you a letter, was it a tweet, an email, or what? I need to know exactly how did he send you a letter? Because I want to break it down. Because when you say he sent me a letter thanking me, I would assume he sent it by mail. So I'm just curious about this. Um, Let me know how he sent you that letter. That's what I want to know. And then I'll come back to it. Marcella said, in all serious, he just got to accept that this is what God had planned. He knows that jail timer is going to start on 121:21. Ooh, yeah, he knows it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Oh, Bit Bubba just said, hold on. Said, we waiting for Trump to get here. We can't wait. So, uh, Big Bubba then waiting on Trump. So it's gonna it's gonna be interesting. Um, was the letter written in crayon? It probably was written in a marker or something. One of the crayon markers that he always signing with. Um, G Money said that's $11,000 per addition of votes for Biden. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Uh, he said a chicken carried the letter. He said it was by mail, so I'm gonna break it on down. Um, it was a signed letter via mail. He found that about the chicken coop in Lake Incident on a local television interview I was in. He told me to keep up the fight against the chicken coop. So you was on interview with the local news station. So if I Google, no, no. Let me go back over this again, because I'm gonna go back to your original comment. Now you saying it was a signed letter via mail. He found that about the chicken coop and lake incident on a local television interview I was in. He told me to keep up the fight against the chicken coop. Okay. Let me go back up to your original comment. You said Trump sent me a letter thanking me for working hard, the voting fraud. I told him about the chicken coop incident, and he said it is a top priority. Now, it's either you told him or you said it in a video. And that's what you from what your first statement said, you told him about it. You didn't mention nothing about a news interview. So that's why I don't believe the story that you're telling us. I was born at night. It just wasn't last night. So come on now. Poor educated Trump supporter, please have it right. Have it right. Say, man, go on with that. I want to know where's the interview. What station did the interview for we can verify this? Could you tell us the news station that actually did the interview? And we could pull it up and see it for ourselves. Matter of fact, well, I need to hear it first. I'm not just gonna play it, but yeah, I would love to know what station it was that the interview was done on. Uh, G Money said, "Ban all chicken coops. Ban all chicken coop." Yeah, it's a troller coaster tonight. Yes, it is. I definitely can't. I cannot do it. It's no way I can have someone to come on here and pretend make this stuff up. I just can't do it. See? Now the truth is finna come out radio. Now we finna hear a lot of stuff about that. So uh yeah, the chickens. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Bannon. underscore XD1152. You listening on Twitch. Definitely like, share the page, tell a friend about us. We are live. So just to kind of get an update, I know it's a lot to read, but I sum it up for you. Um, we have several people in the chat right now. One of the main ones is a poorly educated Trump supporter who said that he spotted a man wearing a Biden sweater throwing Trump ballots into the river and also into the chicken coop. Then he said uh, a man was coming out of the polling place wearing a Biden sweater, hat, socks. Did he say shoes too? And said he dropped a bin full of ballots that was for Trump. And then he talked about Trump wrote him a letter, said he sent him a letter thanking me for working hard. The voting fraud, I told him about the chick coop incident, and he said it is a top priority. Then he come back and said it was a signed letter via mail, the same mail that Trump said that the ballots would have frauds in, but he sent them a letter by mail. I was rooting for him to say it came by email, but he said by mail. Um, he found out about the chicken coop and lake incident on a local television interview I was in. He told me to keep up the fight against chicken coop. Now, comment before he said he told Trump about it. So his story not adding up. So that's why the chicken coop thing is on the ballots tonight. so it's animal cruelty involved innocent chicken and voter. Man, y'all on fire tonight. I'm like, y'all are keeping me rolling tonight. Um, chicken ballot ghosts go blinds and witches. Exactly. I'm confused. No, he was barefooted. Oh, he didn't have shoes. He was barefooted. Uh, so he said on KTVK3, sorry, he saw the interview, but I told him in a letter too. Y'all sure are sending a lot of letters, quite a bit, where it's getting to them pretty quick. It's getting to them pretty quick, where they actually said it was voter fraud to send the ballots in by mail, but he trusts the mail to send a letter. And apparently y'all must be doing it express because you getting it quite a bit. You in Arizona, he's in Washington. That's at least a 3 to 5 day trip. So I'm kind of confused about that. Um, then he said, I told him he saw the interview after I sent the letter. Okay. COVID versus chicken coop. Trump picked the coop. He said he sent this mail by next day certified. Even if you sent it certified or whatever, it's a process that letter have to go through before it reach him. You can send it next day, but it still may take a week or so before he ever get it because it's a process. Everybody, you cannot just send a letter to the president regardless of who you are by mail. It's a process that has to be done. Um, so like I said, it's hard for me to believe that, but it's a good entertainment. Ban all chicken or maybe fry them as punishment. I did some tonight in the air fryer for dinner. Had did some in the air fryer, no batter on it or anything, and I did that, and then I tossed them in some uh, what was that? Kind of like a teriyaki sauce, but kind of a Hawaii pineapple and I think it was teriyaki sauce, and uh, then I put them back in the air fryer to get that glaze on them real good. Yeah, I said, okay, that was good. And some Brussels sprouts. Love me some good vegetables. Um, but uh, no interview on there. Come on, man. You pulling our leg or what? You know what, Kurt, dog. I think it's Miss Risky messing with her. No, Miss Risky would not play around like that. Don't you dare put that on her. She would not do it. That's not Miss Risky. Nope. And yeah, I hope, put it like this, you better hope she didn't hear you say that. So when she go back and watch the video, let's just say she may have some harsh words for you. um, Ben at the 1152 said, "No, do not hurt the chickens, please." Local interview, chicken coop, missing ballots. None of that came up. The station he did give is a Phoenix station, but what date was it on? Do you remember the date you did that interview? Because normally if you do an interview, you're gonna remember dates. You probably even had a video saved. So um, so I'm just kind of curious what dates. Um, I did see where Moon Valley Restaurant shut down after pandemic affect owners' finance and health. Mm, That's going on everywhere. Um, so, but they still going skiing though. Okay, okay. He responded in 15 days. Told me I'm a true patriot. I told him I would no longer eat chicken after the. Okay. Then he turned around and probably went to Chicago Chicken Coop and got some chicken. Uh, I'm just really okay. You say so. I'm gonna trust what you're telling me is true, but I'm gonna trust it with a grain of salt because a lot of this I cannot believe. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I really need this laughter tonight. I really did. Uh, this is crazy. Um, not saying what you're saying is crazy, but the subject, the chicken coop. What do the what do the chicken have to do with voters? They don't care. They keep the light. Okay, you want to talk about the chickens and voter fraud? How about when the companies they keep the lights on, uh, the coop lights on, where the chicken can eat 24 hours a day to get them big in a certain amount of days. So that should be cruelty right there. But voter fraud, that's a first. Um, oh, uh, yeah, trying to make up. No, me trying to buttercut up to her. I actually seen her the other day. When was that? Friday. Met up with her um, in a parking lot too. She wanted to try some of my seafood dressing I did. And she sent me a picture. She's like, look, I need to come over for every holiday. So I'm sure she'll talk about it on Thursday on the show. Um, but yeah, um, I don't know. That seafood dressing was the bomb. I think I left a toenail in it or something because it was good. Um, yeah, I think he's just joking too. But I appreciate it because laughter is a stress reliever. I definitely appreciate it. Trump probably ate chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Yeah. Um, make chicken coop great again. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The chicken coops, they doing a pretty good job because a lot of these chicken, if they are cooked right, they are good. Now everybody can't cook chicken because some chicken, sometimes you bite into them and it's just not that good. Be like, ooh, what was that? So yeah, I think the chicken coops are doing great. Um, yeah, they picked the wrong candidate to run for them, to support them. But I think with Trump, like I say all the time, Trump is a bully. He's a thug. He just won't. Um, he get the poor, uneducated, uneducated people to support him. Now, I'm not saying all of them are uneducated. Don't get me wrong about that. I'm not saying that. But one of the things he said at the beginning of his campaign, he loved the poor, uneducated people, and those are the ones he was targeting to vote for him. And that's mostly what is going on. So eh, Trump have a marketing scheme, but at this point, a lot of people they tired of Trump. Uh, um, they tired of Trump. That's why 81 million people voted for Biden because they tired of all the lies that Trump have done. Um, so that's what that is. A chicken would have been a better president than Trump. I told y'all I didn't care if it was Tweety Bird and Roadrunner. Um, I would have voted for them. Then he would have got beat by by two birds. Um, so I think anybody would be a better president than Trump. I think anybody would have. Hell, I should have threw my hat in the ring, and but I think anybody would have been better. Um, hell, I think Porky Pig would have been good. That's all, folks. Maybe that's what Trump gonna say on January 20. That's all, folks. Gotta go. Um, bro, come on. Where's Eva Donkey tonight? I'm not gonna say it, but he kind of remind me of somebody. Poorly educated Trump supporter. Um, kind of remind me of him. I really feel like it just might be him, but I don't know. I'm going by the name. But either way, it's good. Please like, subscribe to the channel, share, tell a friend, click the notification for whenever we come on. You can also join us. Um, he said, I love Popeye too, but I would never go because of voter fraud via chicken coop. Damn, I love my chicken at Popeye. Why you gotta blame Popeyes? So now you saying that Popeyes have something to do with the voter fraud too? Now I'm gonna tell you something about Popeyes. Uh, Popeyes have a good marketing scheme too, um, which is cool. But I think my homemade chicken sandwich can beat Popeye's homemade chicken sandwich. So I'm just saying. Um, Now I'm not doing like uh all these places that came out with all these other chicken sandwiches. I just have my version. And when I cook my version, I normally do some drive-bys and drop them off at people's front door. Be like, hey, try this out. Or run up to the door, ring the doorbell, then I leave. Say, hey, left a package for you. Then they call back, man, that's good. So um yeah, I I eat Popeyes, but I haven't ate them in a while. So I don't think it's Eva Donkey. This guy writes differently. Okay. Um, it may not be. No, Eva got mad the last time he was on. Said he just gonna move on, which is cool. Um, yeah, next time next time I do one, Um, I'll send you one. Well, you in Arizona. I like it where it's done fresh. If- yeah, if you was in Texas, in Dallas, yeah, next time I do one, I will give you one. Because I do um come from a family of cooks, so we all can do a lot of different things. As for me, I can bake, I can cook, and um, and I got that from my mama. So, um, in my family, we can all do different things. My brother make a mean ass banana pudding. The best one I ever tasted. I'm not saying it because it's my brother, but because anything we cook, we make it with love. So um, his banana pudding is about the only one I really eat, and he make a damn good banana pudding. Um, then I have other family members uh, that can do some other things. I talked about one of my cousins. Um, he actually made some hell of some finger licking good fried chicken. Some of that fried chicken, it never make it to the table because while he's out there frying that chicken, people standing around waiting for it to come out. Now I don't know what type of season he used or what he put on it, but I can tell you one thing: it don't make it to the dinner table because people standing out there around the frying pan, and once he put them in the bowl, take them out there that grease, it's gone. So that's all I can say about that. But I have a lot of family members that can cook. Um, uh, a lot of male cousins that can cook. I have a cousin that is actually a chef who is a beast in the kitchen, and sometime if we having a big event for either his mom or my mom, we in there together. And normally we out on the grill and we doing our things, and he will have a lot of the dishes that we doing also. So you ever come around my family, be prepared to eat. That's all I can tell you. And there's always plenty of food. Um, I'm joining. Okay. Do you deep fry with Lord? No. I try to. I don't do a lot of frying anymore, but certain certain things I will fry. Like when I do the chicken sandwich, I will fry that, but I normally use Corona oil. Or depends on what I'm doing. If I have a fry daddy. I normally use a more healthier heart oil, like Corona oil or something like that, and which is good for the heart. I would do it in that, but I don't eat a lot of fried food. Um, now, I have an air fryer, which is completely different. It tastes like it's fried, but it remove all the grease out of the food, and you're not using no batter or anything like that. So I would normally use Corona oil and roll with it like that. Um, and surprisingly, when Marcellus first coming on the show, I didn't recognize the name, but Marcellus have been around my family. I think it was like the second or third show. I mentioned something about. No, he said I met you before, and I'm like, you did? He said, yeah, and Tyler, and I'm like, Tyler. Now I'm getting nervous because I'm like, hold on now. But um, he actually have been around my family when we cook. And when I tell you it's plenty of food, once you get finished eating, you're probably gonna go somewhere and find your nice seat, prop your feet up, and you're gonna go night night, and you finna take your nap. So um it's definitely good. Um, let's say my mom lives on the outskirt of the. Where is that at? She raised chickens in the chicken coop for a living. We haven't spoke since the election. Okay. Shante, I'm not familiar with that. Uh, a lot of cities I know about, uh, but I never heard of that one. Well, your mom is here in Dallas. I can always meet up with her and give her one of my good chicken sandwich. And are you talking about out there near Canyon Lake, Texas, or something? Not familiar with that area that you're talking about. Um, a tender chicken breast fillet, a blend of Louisiana seasoned, hand battered and breaded in buttermilk coating, served with barrel pickles and classic served on a warm toasted buttery. Oh Lord, I'm full, but you kind of making me wanna do one of those sandwiches just to show it on the show. Uh, so it's definitely I love to cook. That's one thing about it. Like I said on Thanksgiving, I made too many pies. So I was doing drive-bys and dropping off sweet potato pies because I started off I was gonna do two and end up being six because I did too many potatoes. And because of that, um, a lot of the weight I've lost, I had to work out a little bit more in the gym, um, trying to get it off. Because those sweet potato pies, I'm like, all right, even though they not, I kind of mixed it up a little bit instead of using regular milk. I did use almond milk, so that kind of um, cut the calories down a little bit. So, but definitely, thank y'all for listening and speak on it with who you with Kurt Dog. We are on Sunday through Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Everybody is welcome on the show. Everybody don't have the same opinion, and that's okay. As long as you are speaking truth stuff that we can verify, which we cannot verify the story about Trump sending poorly educated Trump supporter. The news article that he said was in Arizona. We cannot verify that story, and so we're gonna label that as fake news. Um, but other than that, long as you are being honest and truthful and stuff that we can verify, you have a voice on this show, regardless of who you support, who you don't support. No matter what platform you're on, definitely give us hearts, like us, tell a friend about us, and let's because we're working on some things for 2021. We working hard on some new things coming up in the new year, and it's going to be a great year. Definitely going to be a great year. Um, and hopefully y'all stick around for it. Tell a friend. And why it's on my mind, if you are following us on Facebook and Instagram, we have some new merchandise out, some new designs of the shirts out. Definitely take a look at them, order them. Right now, there's a 20% discount on them. So definitely take advantage of that. Um, the 20% will be ending soon. So, but you could definitely go to Facebook or YouTube. Facebook or Instagram. Click the link in the bio and order it right from your from the computer. Um, and if you order pretty soon, I forgot the cutoff date, but if you order pretty soon, you can get it before Christmas. And not only that, you saving 20% on the products. We have shirts, mud sweaters, especially if you in Arizona up in those mountains, because it get pretty cold out there. We have sweaters, we have pullovers. Up in Canada, I know y'all could use them too. Have even onesie for the babies. Um, then we also have some things on there for the doggies too. We have masks on there also. The official speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog Pass. So definitely check them out. Um, and definitely take advantage of the 20% off. And if to make sure you want to get them before Christmas, you could do a rush order, be much faster. But if you get them in, I think it's by the 5th or 6th, you will get it before Christmas. And I actually have a mask myself, but I redesigned the mask because I didn't like the way it was looking. So I actually redesigned them where they look much better. And this is the show you a picture of the new shirts. Uh, so definitely go and support the cause, support the show. Like I said, we have a lot of great things coming up soon, and it's wonderful. This is the mask we have also. We have some with the picture and some without. So, and they come in different colors. So whatever merchandise we do, they have different colors, and I think it's something you would be happy with. Uh, it's been real, y'all. I have to get back to fighting the fight for keep your heads up. Trump will come out with. Okay. Enjoy your chicken, y'all. Popeyes for life. Now, I'm not a big fan of Popeyes. I go elsewhere. Down with the chicken coop too. Hey, I appreciate you. Poorly educated Trump supporter. I appreciate you for tuning in. Definitely make sure you click the notification. Tell a friend about us, and we will do it again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. So until then, I love each and every one of you. Be safe. You should put on the mask if you can read this. You are too damn close. You know what? I'm working on some more designs. So it's gonna be other things come out just besides the clothing for the show. But once you click on the link, I have some other things on there that is not part of the show, but you'll see if you go to all the stores, you'll see the different items that is on there. So, and I'm working on some other things that is separate from the show that can be kind of funny, some quotes and stuff. So so definitely check it out. But um don't be surprised. I don't tell you it's a mask showing that tomorrow. Uh, if you can read this, you're too damn close. Yeah, that would be a good one. But hey, I appreciate y'all because the laughter that I had tonight is really good. I will see y'all I must say I will see y'all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, I know tomorrow is going to be a crazy day um, for due to my uncle's service, so I should be here tomorrow. But other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. I love each and every one of y'all. Be safe because COVID numbers are still going up. Be safe, protect yourself at all time. Until tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Until then, peace.